Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. They'll line up for a second down play. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll try to run for it. At the 45, on its way. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I think this offense really relies on their ability to run the football, especially early in games, because you want to demoralize the opponent. So that's great news there. Opening drive, first third down, and you pick up the first down by a lot of yards.
They'll ride the hot hand. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
The short hands. It's Marsh. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Running behind that left side. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Grabs it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
Touchdown, Wolverines! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bear. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Offense working from the pistol. Looking for a gap, it's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Moore to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Davison. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Moore will throw. On target to the left. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. The Ducks are flying down the field. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Hill. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. On the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down. this quarterback part of their running game. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this, and listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Throwing more. Trying to burn this defensive back. Touchdown, Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Underwood. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Back to pass. It's Underwood. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the right. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Quarterback will keep it. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Pulls and fires complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Quick release on the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Moore throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Again, it's Moore. The screen, and watch out. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Fourth down, Moore. Throws for the tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Here comes the option. Defense comes up with a huge stop and maybe forcing them into a field goal attempt. And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield. They couldn't hook up.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Dante Moore finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Motion from the wideout. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Complete in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Moore to the air again. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. The run inside. It's Hill. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Moore to throw. Snagged out of it. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Snags it, and he's open.
And the offense got exactly what they wanted. They got the look. They dialed up the play. Everything was going great until they forgot to hold on to the...
Yeah, it's plays like that that end up losing you games, right? And this is an offense that has playmakers, and they can create explosive plays, and they got one right there, but you just have to finish. You got to have better ball security. Give the defense credit, though. They forced the takeaway and changed momentum.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To to throw. It's Underwood. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Got his man. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Those tackles and those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack from the big nose tackle?
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Throwing, Underwood. Quickly out to the tight end. Now Oregon will call it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
On the delay, it's Marshall fighting off the defender. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Throwing more. Sends it downfield. Makes a deep grab. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Moore to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Throw it toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the big fullback. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the second quarter. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Baird. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Moore. Hauls it in. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this.
Snags it, and there's running room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, man, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots, shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They'll give it on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He wants to change this route. Dante Moore unloads it left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Crosses the 30, he's got away. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Running inside, it's Marshall. There he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Here's more to throw. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Pulls it and fires to the left. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Dante Moore wants to throw again. But a little time, lets it go. He's got it along the sidelines, foot inbounds, and it's a first down. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing more. Looking for a big play. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The run inside. It's Marshall. Showing off the arms.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Moore will throw. And they'll knock him down.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Here we go. Ready.
Motion from the back. Moore. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Moore, play action. And the yard line. And let's take a second to look at the numbers these two quarterbacks have posted. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the wide receiver. Dante Moore. He's got it on the move. The offense coughs it up. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
He is counting his lucky stars there. So lucky that ball went out of bounds, and they're going to maintain possession because they've got to stay in field goal range at this juncture of the game in the second half. Every play matters, and moving forward, you know this guy's going to have 2 hands on the ball.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Bulldozes his way through. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Here's Moore to throw. He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Some misdirection with the counter. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Throwing Moore. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the 4th.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. Underwood finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The give to the left side. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Can't get him to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Rides to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. On the move. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big third down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Wolverines! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
That's a huge score for this offense, and as a head coach, you love to see your team respond. Obviously, your defense gives up a field goal on the last possession to tie the game. Offense doesn't even flinch. You come out on the field, you execute, you march it down the field, score a touchdown, and you punctuate that drive, retaking the lead and putting all the pressure back on your opponent.
Coming out with it, it's Bear. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Running inside, it's Davison. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Right back to the well. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Moore fires to the big fella. There's a crease. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of a 2-minute timeout. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I wonder about the mindset right now of the offensive coordinator, too, because they need points, and running the football just is not going to get it done. Early in the drive, late in the drive, I think you've got to be in attack mode right now throwing.
They're dealing with a second and long. Moore to the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. In the gun on third down, Moore makes the grab. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Moore nowhere to throw for it on 4th down. How about that tackle to stop him short on 4th down?
Well, you just wondered how much more magic this guy had in him, right? We've seen some unbelievable throws in this game into some really tight windows. On that 4th down, though, David, just not enough. He just didn't have it. You got to give the defense credit. They had a better call on. They made the play, and that's why they win the game.
Well, they forced him into the 4th down. Must-have situation. The defense, I think the discipline, the great job in coverage, understanding where the sticks are. And listen, they've given up some plays, but they needed it now.
Free up the gut. Powers through. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dante Moore fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after